With train gazing, I thought that the element of role play and then that sort of slow reveal of them being an actual couple was really great. It really allowed me to create my own opinion of each character distinctly before having sort of this backstory of them together and understand their point of views about someone feeling more comfortable being where they are and someone feeling like they need to explore more to life. And I like how it revealed itself midway. So we got this whole element of like, ew, is this a forbidden romance? But then you got to see this deep emotion in the performance where I could tell immediately, oh no, this is a relationship. This is actually her that he's referring to. And I thought it was just beautifully shot overall. The goodbye scene, the scene on the bridge where they're walking away, really, really, really well done, really well shot.
Train gazing. I really, 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 really loved this. I think that a lot of times in media these days, and what we usually see in whether it's TV show or movies or books or, however kind of it's presented to us, we see either like the heart-wrenching heartbreak of infidelity or lies or, betrayal of some kind, or we see like a version of like the kind of happily ever after where the relationship works out. And it's not to say that that relationship can't be portrayed with struggle, but I feel like we usually get just one or the other. And I think that for a lot of people, it's not every relationship, but you can have relationships where nothing happens. Like there's no incident, there's no point, that something that you can point to and be like, this is the reason we're not together, in a bad way. I think a lot of the time it can be circumstances outside of your own control, like moving, like a new job opportunity, like personal growth or something like that. Or it can be simply that like it just doesn't work anymore, and it's just the romantic aspects of the relationship just aren't really there. Either it's better as a friendship, or you've just grown in two different directions and you're just not the same people that you were when you were a great couple. And I think that this was a great example of a couple clearly who were good together, who enjoyed being together, enjoyed being in a partnership, and that circumstances kind of outside of their own, not necessarily control because she was making the choice, but they broke up due to the personal growth, due to her needing to move far away and pursue this kind of next chapter for her and her education and what that might impact for her career in the future. And he needed to stay there, and that you could tell that their relationship was not ending because of they were bad together or didn't want to be together anymore. And I think that it really embodied the phrase of like, if you love somebody, let them go and let them make the best choices for them, even if it means that you guys can't be together at that point in time. There's nothing to say that you can't reconnect later, but you will probably be different people later. And I think that this idea of strangers, not strangers, on a train, I think was such an interesting way to kind of kickstart their kind of goodbye and what it may look like the next time they do meet up, because they would be kind of strangers if they're no longer actively in each other's lives. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. I thought it was a great concept, and I thought it was executed beautifully.
Traingazing. Wow, I love this film. It was so well made in every possible way. The production design is terrific. The production, the cinematography, it's all very good. The performances are very committing and very convincing. But what really stands out is the screenplay, because it explores a well-known subject, but it does so in a very, you know, approachable, realistic, convincing way, and it explores some very interesting subjects, such as what it means to let go while a relationship falls apart, and how to embrace this with grace and respect for each other. and it's beautiful. It broke my heart at the end of it because these two characters had such a lovely dynamic, and the moment we see them going apart of their lives for the reasons they have, it's it's sad, but well, those are things that happen. So I think that a lot of people can relate to this film, and yeah, well, pretty well made. Thanks for sending it.